Hey everyone, Loomis here, and with the return of Season 2 of Apex, we have new mercenaries that we can go over every week. So, without any further ado, I'm going to look at this week's slate of mercenaries. So, to start, we have a 6-star Lenin here, and this Lenin is alright. I mean, as far as Lenins go, I think it's pretty good. Has the Divine Boots, which is interesting. You don't often see that on a Lenin, though it will give him a lot more range to run around. You know, as many people who watch me know, I'm not the biggest fan of Lenin, but for people, especially kind of in the silver tier, if you don't have great tanks, this Lenin is going to be a lot better than a lot of people's tanks, and it's actually a pretty subtly built Lenin. So if you need a tank, and you're kind of if you're gunning for Langrisser, I don't think I'd use him. But if you're in the more middling tiers and you're trying to hit gold 3, I think this could be an excellent option. So I would actually rate this Lenin as usable, though with the usual Lenin asterisk. All right, next we have a 5-star Lana here, and the intelligence is pretty good. It's about it's like 810s or so. That's about, or sorry, it's 809. That's just a little bit less intelligence than I had in my Lana last season, so it's definitely usable. Vidar's is nice on her. Odin's is, so I mean, like, as long as this Lana kills something, it can be very useful. The One of the things that I don't like about this Lana is the clock. Clock for PvP is this. Lana really struggles to get in range without breeze. But I actually think this is a pretty good Lana, and for a number of players, this might actually be a pretty decent DPS option. Now, it does have all of the runestones, so the summon strat still is viable. Right now, in Apex has not been fixed, unless they change it this week on the update. We won't know. So if that stays the same, she does have the summon, adding another angle of utility for her. So this Lana is actually pretty good. All right, next we have a 6-star Altimeter here, and he's okay. This is a very pedestrian Altimeter. He doesn't have the full runes. The setup here is good. It's definitely set up for attacking, not tanking. So just be careful of that. But unless this Altimeter is better than the one you're currently running, I don't know if I would rush to throw this one in my box. It's very average. It only has 758 attack. That's not super great. It does have a last rites. Full moon's pretty good for alt. So I would rate this one as okay. Next here we have a Bow Luna, and general Uller setup. I don't know why they're running Giant Belt. That makes no sense. Do you have a good enchant on it? They have a pretty good enchant on it. I don't know why they enchanted this though. So I mean, as far as Lunas go, I would say this one is slightly below average, but a Luna with this type of build on it is always going to be at least a little bit useful. So it does have all 6 runes. It's 6-star. It must not be heart bonded. So this Luna, if you're looking to use a Luna, it's okay. I'd rate it as just okay. But if you're again in the lower ranks looking to climb, this Luna could be a pretty good option for you. All right, next here we have close here, and this is easily one of the best mercenaries that we've ever had. This close is built extremely well in my opinion. 780 int on a 5-star close is actually pretty solid. I like having the full moon. It has the gift of eternal life. This close is very, very, very well built, and I think is a serious threat for a number of players. So if you don't have a close in your box right now, or you have a weak one, definitely put her in. If you don't have a close in your box, she is a must put in for this mercenary. I will say the HP is a little bit low, but overall, this is a very, very, very strong close, and I would rate this as the best unit of the week. All right, next we have a Chris here, and this Chris is, as many of you know when I go over these, I don't really like Chris all that much. It does have good equipment on her, it has a full moon. I don't think Gate of Truth is as good as Gift of Eternal Life, but it definitely has its advantages. So Gate of Truth, when you're attacking, increases your intelligence a lot, so that is a nice aspect. The last right's great. King's Crown, Dimensional Jewel to help with her cooldown. So this Chris has a good slate of equipment on her, and it does have a rune, but does Chris really fit in your box? You know, if you have glory units, yeah, she might. Her talent's always going to be useful because, you know, you can fish for good, you know, breeze procs or whatever. So, you know, this Chris is not bad. Not the highest end option, but she's pretty good. All right, next we have a Liana here. It's a 6-star Liana. So 6-star Liana running a goddess tier, in my opinion, is not the best. It's missing runes, so that's a huge rip. It's probably not better than Liana. Only run this one if for some reason it's better than your Liana. Otherwise, I'd say it's pretty skippable. We have Leticia here, and yeah, I don't know really what's going on here. The enchants make no sense, but the equip choices are good. The stats are too low to do anything, but if you need a sprint bot for laddering, potentially she might have use. The Swordsmith is nice on her because, you know, she won't get the fixed damage on her, so she might survive a little bit longer. You know, her HP isn't the worst, but it's just a weird build on Leticia, and I don't know if I would be running in Lana throw her in my box, but that's just me. All right, next we have a Sonya here, and this Sonya, you know, for what it is, it has a decent amount of attack on it. The Rough Seas is good, but, you know, I think it's kind of underwhelming. It does have ninjutsu, which is great. So, you know, she's going to be able to run around the map quite well. So if you're, you know, in the lower tiers again, looking to climb, this is actually going to be a surprisingly good choice, just because her attack is, you know, it's 808, which is not bad, not great, but not bad, but also has ninjutsu. So this Sonya is going to be able to really surprise a number of opponents because I don't think people are necessarily used to fighting Sonya, and they may forget that she has incredible range due to ninjutsu. So you might be able to surprise some opponents and get a couple good victories this week using the Sonya. All right, and then last we have this Imelda here, and it is absolute trash. No runes. It doesn't have her unique helm. Its equipment makes no sense. I would not put this Imelda within 10 feet of my box. All right, so those are the 10 mercenaries for the week. I would definitely say the close is excellent. I would say that the Sonya and the Lana and the Ledin for a number of players are going to have use. Alti and Luna and Chris are okay. Leticia's weird. And then the Liana and the Imelda are just forget about them. So that's it for the video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you could hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And as always, if there's any future videos that you would like to see, please let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know if you agree or disagree with any of my assessments on the mercenaries. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.